What's up? On my special pack, on Golden Pack. Again today, for just a fun little quick video, I believe it's quick, that I got for y'all. But anyways, so, this video is mostly, a sort of like expose on Golden Pack right now, because there's way too much power in the late game pets that you can get versus the early game ones. And you'll see that later in the video. And the combo specifically in this video is not too important. It's just what happens in the video that's super important. And so like here we grab a boon. I'm just looking for something to buy. And I decide to combine these opossums to grab this lizard. And basically, this video is like me trying to like help people, or like Team Wood even, understand like why this pack can sometimes like not be very fun to play on. Like, it's by far my favorite pack. It's just so different from all the other ones, but I mean it's just so hard to make it work. And so this is also especially apparent in versus, because in versus Golden Pack is by far the worst pack. Nobody uses Golden Pack. If you're trying to win, you're not trying to use Golden Pack. And that's all I'm gonna say about it. Because like everything sucks unless you get Baboon on turn 3. You pretty much just lose. But here we get a pretty decent start. You will see what I mean in a second here. But here I wanted my Cuttlefish to get that 2/2 buff. And so as you can see, two wins, turn 5 is alright, but we have all our lives, so it's not too big of a deal. What happens, what doesn't happen. And luckily, that Pitbull is able to just not have enough health or have enough attack to kill some stuff. But regardless, you'll see in this game that I win pretty fast. Or, not that I win pretty fast, I get a bunch of trophies in the early game. And, you know, usually, like, you get enough trophies in the early game, you sometimes just win really fast, and there's not really anything you could do. But in this game, like, there has to be so much pivoting, which is kind of a good thing. But sometimes you wanna keep your Silk Moth lizard until turn 13 and still have it do okay. And that's totally fine. You just have to shift it. And I think that's part of the joy of Super Auto Pets, is like making something that's not supposed to work together. So here you can see I do lizard, lizard, silk moth. This can also be done, or I mean, the way to pivot out of a team like this is to switch the lizard out for a hawk and switch the silk moth out for an emu. And so if you're trying to run this just for fun, that's what I recommend. Going silk moth emu, or I mean emu and hawk. Now, I mean, if you want to run this outside of Golden Pack, you could always switch out the hawk for a Sabertooth, which is one of the best tier 6s right now, and that'll help you out a lot. But here, you can kind of start to see what I mean. Even though we are on 6 trophies, I don't know if we've lost once yet, but I believe coming up in a few turns, you'll just start to see the downward spiral that this team has. Towards the end, and you see I try and pick up a late game scaler because I'm not really sure what's gonna happen. I'm not sure if I should sell my baboon for catfish and then go full catfish blue ringed octopus, but like here you can see we just got beat in that one. There's nothing we could do. And I was a little scared without taking that bop, but I decided why not. And I mean here, I believe we lose this one as well, and this is just because of like how much pivoting needs to be done in a standard golden pack game in order to like work. But here all of our summons get murdered, so we can't really do anything. But luckily we just have enough health to survive. Poison Dart Frog, not a good tier 4 in my opinion. It should hit the lowest health, not the highest health, so it actually kills things. Here we just chocolate our cuttlefish and we move on. So basically, the only late game type of pivoting that I've done is I bought a blue winged octopus and I bought a cuttlefish. And that's just not enough. But here it is, because we were able to get pita bread on our lizard, so the only thing we need to do is be able to out health scale our opponent's attack. Which this pack has a little bit more health than attack. I mean, it kind of depends, but like sea turtle you can see there. But luckily we're able to pop off on that one. On that monkey, and then able to cruise right through that last team. But here's where it really begins. You know, I was telling you before, like, oh, we're going to start losing very soon. We're going to start losing, and we kept winning. This is where we start to lose. So you can see I got my cuttlefish to level 3. I'm like, this is a great looking team. All I need is one lucky lizard pop, and we're good for the, like, rest of the game. And unfortunately, for, like, the next 6 rounds, we don't get any good lizard pops. Which is incredibly infuriating, and then we just get entirely struck down by this trumpet team. And at this point, I'm just looking for German Shepherd level up, and we finally get it. And then just buying eggplants at this point. There's not a whole lot you can do. And here we are again, unable to get a good pop, and our Silk Moth dies, so we just lose. And it's very demoralizing in this game to be at 9 wins and then get put up against teams like this, multiple teams like this in a row. I think it's very, very demoralizing. It makes me want to close the game. I have closed the game a few times. I kind of went on a god run this weekend of making videos, and this was part of that, but sometimes I just couldn't handle it and I closed the game. But I believe this is actually the final round, because yeah, we're just slightly able to beat out that team because of not really ink debuffing us. So yeah, that was kind of just my experience with late game golden pack. It's just so much pivoting. It's really hard to win with early game pets, which I know is what they're going for, but it's still infuriating. Anyways, hope you all had a good day. I'll see y'all guys later. Bye-bye.